Woo! Good morning, UCET. Let's hear it for Tech Madness. We had a fantastic day yesterday. We are so excited for day 2. We've got a lot of amazing things going on, and I'm going to tell you about some of them. All right, first of all, I want to say a big thank you to Casey Jacobson and Steve Quiss and their producer, Ed Barnes, with Fox Sports for helping us with our intro video yesterday. Round of applause, even though they're not here. They were so accommodating and so helpful. So if you want to give a shout out to Casey on Twitter, he did retweet us once yesterday. So, but for them to do that for us was a huge thing. And also a big thanks to Mike Doliak and to all of the board members and everyone who helped with our intro yesterday. All right. A few of our reminders that we heard yesterday, but we'll remind you again today. So we are using the UGuest Wi-Fi network. There are instructions that were sent via email. There are also plenty of helpers at the info desks and tables that can help if you need help getting on the Wi-Fi. We did notice yesterday that if you have an iPad that is managed by your district, it's having a hard time getting on the UGuest. If that's the case, please go to our registration desk and they will help you get on a different network, and we will get you working today. All right. Just a reminder about our schedule for those of you especially who weren't here yesterday. In addition to the regular schedule, remember that in the West Ballroom, we have the over-the-shoulder sessions that are on a slightly different schedule. We also have the playground down to the west and through the collegiate room. That's the way you're going to walk today. And into the playground, and they're on a slightly different schedule as well. And you can stop in there anytime, pretty open forum in there. All of these details are on our Sketch website, so check that out. All right, so food. Just a reminder that we will once again have our food today. Today you'll get to pick your sandwich, pick your chips, and grab what you want, and there will be bags for you to put those in if you'd like to take it to go. You can eat here, you can eat downstairs in the cafeteria. In the cafeteria, by the way, a reminder that there are other things to purchase. If you would like coffee or fountain drinks or any other food, it is available down there as well. Thank you again to Tech Hut for sponsoring our snack break yesterday. Today, your snack break will be just a little different because it will be spread out to all of our vendor areas today. So, if you come to the main corridor and the snacks are gone, that means you get to go visit our other vendors to get snacks. We will have snacks in the collegiate room, snacks in the playground, some snacks here in the main corridor, snacks in the opening entryway of the Union, and snacks on both floors of OSH. Okay, great time during that break to talk to all the vendors, make sure they feel appreciated. And we're there. So then, speaking of vendors, just to let you know, we did end up moving some of our vendors who were up on the mezzanine down to the playground because we had room there today. So if you're looking for those who were listed up in Parlor A, they have been moved down. We also had a couple just spot places. So if you are looking for a vendor and you can't find them, please find Sally up at registration. She will make sure that you find the vendor you're looking for. Okay. This time it didn't go. All right, a reminder about elections. You should have received, or if not yet, you will momentarily receive an email that will allow you to vote for our UCET elections, okay? So please remember that you may vote once. You have a choice here for president-elect. One position is available. And then remember that we've got a lot of fantastic choices for our 4 available elected board positions. You will have until 2:30 to vote. So if you want to take some time today to try to meet some of these people before you decide, we encourage you to do so. Another reminder that we have fantastic volunteers around the conference. Look for them in their orange t-shirts in the Union and in OSH at the information tables. Another reminder that if you get to a session that you wanted to go see and it is full, the presenter will have posted a sold out sign on the door if there are no more seats available. Please follow that so we don't get in trouble with fire marshal, and we encourage you then to find another session to go to, or come to the Union, go to the OSH, visit with vendors, do any of the things listed on here that are designed to be available for you any time of the conference. Another reminder about our activities today. So the UCET hashtag Twitter prizes will be flowing today. And so please continue to use hashtag UCET16 as you post. And we also have our activities guy, Justin, who will occasionally tweet out with that hashtag, letting you know that if you arrive at a certain location in time, you can get a prize that way too. So keep an eye out for that. We will have another Kahoot challenge this afternoon. And remember that yesterday we nominated apps for our, app playoff. The bracket will be posted throughout the day in the playground. So go check it out. And of course, we've got our PLN player cards that you can pick up in the playground, at the volunteer tables. And the idea with those is to meet people and get their Twitter usernames added to your cards and submit those for prizes. So you can check out more information on our website about that, or find Justin if you have questions. At the end of each session that you attend, you have the opportunity to submit feedback for that session. Session feedback is submitted through Sketch. On the left up here, you can notice that there is a feedback survey button for each session description. And so we encourage you to give feedback. That helps us not only decide what presentations and presenters we want to have next year, but gives valuable feedback to the presenters themselves on how they can improve. On the right-hand side, you'll see that we will also be sending out at the end of the conference an evaluation for the overall conference. So look for that headed your way, and we really appreciate your feedback, especially with this exciting move we've made to the University of Utah. We would love to continue to improve. We had plenty of questions yesterday about credit, so I wanted to go over that again this morning. You can access the credit forms online rather than paper. We made that switch, I think, last year. So on the UCET website, ucet.org, conference attendees brings you to this page, and you can see on the right-hand side there's a link for conference credit. You can read through the instructions there and click on the link to submit. And so a good way to do that is to, as you're taking notes and things like that, then you will add them to the form. You can copy and paste, or you can type them up then. If you have questions about credit, please find a volunteer. They'll be happy to help you find the right spot there. We want to once again thank Cisco for sponsoring our spotlight speaker, Travis Allen. Travis has been presenting amazing things throughout the conference. He will once again give his spotlight presentation in the ballroom today, so if you missed it yesterday, you get another chance. And he also has several other presentations. There we go. So on the right side, you can see he's actually even presenting more. So just so, especially if you're new today, just so you can find him, if you go back out to the east and through the lobby of the Union, and then go south down the hall, you will find the student lounge on your right, the theater where a lot of our UEN presentations on the left, and then you go down one floor to the den, and that is where Travis is presenting. Again, please ask a volunteer if you need help finding it. We want to give another huge thank you to our platinum sponsor, Tech Hut, and yeah. We have a representative from Tech Hut who's going to talk to us a little bit about their company, so come on up. There you go.
Thank you. My name is Nate Bondelid. I'm the Chief Information Officer for Tech Hut, Inc. I wanted to start with a story real quick that I think is very practical with technology and everything that's going on here. So a couple of days ago, I was helping somebody with their computer, and I'm trying to load Java. And first question was, who still uses Java? So I'm trying to load Java, and my son is sitting next to me on the couch. And he can tell I'm getting frustrated with something. My son's 8 years old. And I'm having a hard time loading the application. So he says, "Dad, what are you doing?" And I said, I'm helping somebody with their computer. I'm trying to load Java. He goes, "Oh, okay. Well, let me show you." And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, okay. He knows nothing about Java, so this will be fun. He comes and sits on my lap, and in a couple of minutes, he's in the browser in the security settings, and he allows Java in the security settings of the browser, and then he goes into Configure Java in the Start menu and trusts the site, and he goes, "Okay, Dad, try it again." So I launched Java, and yeah, sure enough, the application works, and I go, "McCoy, how do you know anything about Java?" And he said, "Well, every day at recess, my friends and I come in, and to get around the content filter and load Minecraft, we have to allow Java." So I said, "Okay. Thanks, McCoy." So that just kind of puts things into perspective. Where we live today, you know, the technology in our classrooms, I mean, that's a lot of why we're here. That's a lot of why my company is here. That's exactly what we do. I'm an advocate for technology in the classroom. We do everything from internet access to building wide area networks for schools to things like devices, Chromebooks, the infrastructure that supports them. Basically, anything that puts technology in the classroom is something we work on. And today we work with a little more than 200 school districts in 4 states. And what's unique about our company is the only thing we do is K-12. So we really cater and focus in technologies that are successful in the classroom, things that make administration easier, things that are cost-effective, things that have sustainability, and that's That's why we're here. We're very thankful to be able to participate with you guys this year. This has been very successful for us. We look forward to doing it in the future. We've got a couple of really great presentations today. One on a little different technique with managing infrastructure, and one on security. So our booth is right back there. I would love to meet with anybody or talk with anyone. Please come by and say hi, and thank you for letting us participate.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you again. We have really appreciated Tech Hut being here. All right. We have actually a couple of special guests that we need to introduce, and I'm going to invite Rick Gaisford and Rich Finlinson from USOE and from UEN to come on up, and they're going to do the introducing. We're excited.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be with you. Rick Gaisford, State Office of Education. Many of you may have watched in the last legislative session, just concluded here a week ago, that there was a bill, House Bill 277, that called Personalized Learning, Teaching and Learning Amendments, which implements a program that we've been working on in the state, the Essential Elements for Technology-Powered Learning, and provided $15 million for technology in schools beginning in the next school year, 10 of that ongoing. Among the hard workers that put this effort together was Senator Howard Stephenson, who happens to be here today at our conference, and we wanted to give him just a few moments to tell you about some of the things in the legislation and some of the things that he feels going forward. So about a couple of minutes here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rick. It's such an honor to be given 3 minutes here with you because you folks are the leaders in personalizing learning for every child. And I just wanted you to know that not only do we have Senate Bill or House Bill 277 that has been funded and is going forward and has the support of the USOE, Rick's team, and the UETN. UEN is something that has done amazing things to connect our schools together, both at higher ed and public ed. But we also have a bill that passed this year and was funded for grants for computer science and coding in the schools. So that's going to be coming forward. So look for that, those of you that are involved in computer science and coding. We also have a competency-based learning legislation which gives grants for schools to lead out in personalizing learning for every student. And that's really what you're doing with technology is not pounding square pegs in round holes, but conforming the instructional style around the student's learning style so that we can get away from the factory model widget approach to learning, but instead approach every child in their way of learning, their passion. And I have to just thank each one of you for being here and for your passion in leading out in your schools. You are really the leaven in the loaf that will help the entire school system in Utah finally move into the digital age and personalized learning for every student. So it's my honor to be here. Thank you for the great work you're doing. Let's move ahead. We've got the first real statewide program for personalized learning, and we're counting on you to implement it effectively. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator. And just, again, a round of applause. He has been a tireless advocate for this and passionate for many, many years, and I applaud your efforts. Katie.
Are we there? There we go. Thank you. Stay with us for just a moment because we want you to be involved in a little bit of ceremony with us. You know, we come together here at UCET as leaders, and we see other leaders. We're superb at recognizing them. I want you to join me in recognizing another leader here. There we go. Someone who is attending her last UCET conference with us before retiring and heading off to Hawaii, spend some well-earned time on the beach. So, Cindy Nagasawa-Cruz, will you please come up here and let us honor you? We'll have you stand next to the senator since you worked with him so much. Congratulations. So stand by the senator. Let me just embarrass you a little bit more. Come up. Come up front here. Okay, here's the formal part. This is a leader who is outspoken and soft-spoken. She is both respected and loved. Not all leaders are respected and loved. She is respected and loved. She has been your advocate in many ways. Here are a few. She's a member of the Technical Coordinating Council, Utah Technical Coordinating Council. She's been a member, is a member right now of the UETN Board of Directors. And this summer, she spent a lot of time with this fellow and others of us on the Digital Teaching and Learning Task Force, often meeting twice a week, always meeting after 5 p.m. Without her knowledge and skills and abilities and this amazing ability to very diplomatically ask very tough questions, we would not have this essential elements plan. In a sense, Cindy Nagasawa-Cruz and her 26 years with the Jordan School District has made possible this $15 million appropriation, thanks in part to this committee. So in a sense, she is our $15 million woman. We want her to just give you a couple of parting words of advice, since this is her last UCET in this capacity. But before we do that, I'll give you the microphone. We have just a little something colorful here. Here we go.
By the way, one of our meetings was held July 3rd, 5 o'clock, the eve before the July 4th holiday. And this woman was there leading the charge in asking the tough questions, putting all of us on the spot to make sure that this plan that was contained in Senate Bill or House Bill 277 would be done with fidelity.
Thank you. I'm really caught off guard, so whoever did this, I'll get you someday. You know, this has just been one of the most enjoyable parts of my job, was to worry about how we would keep providing advantages and learning opportunities for students. And through all the years, you know, all of you have really helped further the cause, continue the cause, keep it at the forefront. And I'm excited about where we've landed. 26 years ago, when I was standing before some teachers in Jordan School District, and we started talking about technology, it was ETI at that time, we had a meeting like this, and there were a bunch of very eager eyes looking at me and listening to what we were talking about. And to this day, we had a conversation recently with the gentleman at the federal level, and he said, teachers are willing to do this. If you'll lead them, if you'll collaborate with them, they'll do it. And here we are 26 years later, and everybody still comes to the meeting and looks at you with the ambitious eyes and the will to help students, which is the neat part of the job that we do. So congratulate all of you for all the work you continue to do. I've told everybody 277 kind of has felt a little bit like my baby, so I'm turning that all over to you to raise my baby.
The mother or the father.
I'm the mother, yeah, or the grandmother or something like that. So, but you know, one of the things, I have an Asian background culturally and heritage, and so these guys that work with me know that I have all kinds of crazy superstitions. And, you know, you never do anything on the 13th, you don't convert a system on the 13th, those kind of things. But I have a lot of superstitions, but one of the things that I've worn almost, I'd say pretty much every day that I've come to work and hit the ground running, because I know that there are all kinds of people out there who couldn't do it without you. It's energized me to just know we're all out there doing that. But one of the things that I've carried around my neck is a necklace. And it has kind of 3 Chinese, Japanese characters that have been around for millions of years. And those characters are, you've seen them, I know you have. Good luck, which all of us can always use a little luck. Happiness, which will always take you a very long way. And good health, which is what I wish for every one of you. So, you know, keep up the great work, keep it going. I'll be on the sidelines cheering you on, and thank you for the surprise today.
Thank you very much. We're going to hear from one more person this morning before we head into our keynote. We heard briefly from her yesterday, but as I mentioned, Susan Larson is here from ISTE. If you are less familiar with ISTE, she's going to tell you a little bit more about it. It is the International Society for Technology and Education, and we are an ISTE affiliate. And so I'm going to turn some time over to Susan to talk to you about ISTE.
Thank you. I'll try to take just a quick couple of minutes. There we go. So how many of you just don't even know ISTE? It's okay. It's okay. That's all right. We are really, really glad to be here. This is the first time that ISTE has been able to attend UCET, so it's very exciting to get to spend some time with you and share a little bit about who we are, how you can be involved, and definitely find out about all the cool things going on here with education in Utah and spend time with your board. We have about 75 affiliates around the world. UCET is one of them. I'm the director of the affiliate program, so it's my privilege to get to know affiliates and see what you're doing on the local level. So ISTE, you can kind of think of as sometimes people call us the mothership of kind of similar things that you're doing here with UCET, but certainly around the world. There are so many ways that you can get involved, that you can find resources, that you can build your network. Obviously, you're here, so important. You're learning, you're meeting people, you're building your network. You can continue to do that with ISTE, not only just here in Utah, but around the nation and even around the world, which is pretty cool. How many of you are already ISTE members? I know there's a few. Oh, there's a bunch. Right on. So those of you who raised your hand a minute ago, find those people later today and go, so what is all about this? We have so many resources and ways for you to learn and connect and grow and share your ideas, and there's so many experts here in the room. We need those ideas to share with others too. One of the things you can always check out on our website, absolutely free, is the EdTech Hub, which is updated almost daily, and it's written by educators for educators. So you have an opportunity not only just to learn and pick up some great new ideas and tips, but you can contribute. I know you have cool ideas that you want to share with others, so I definitely challenge you to take a look at that. We have the ISTE standards. I know a lot of people are very familiar with them, which is great. Right now we are in a refresh process where we are revising the student standards, and we're almost done with the draft. So we've taken a lot of input from around the world. There's been more than 2,300 educators from around the world who have given input and feedback and thoughts to how the standards are going to be revised. So we've written a draft. We're right now in a process where we need your input. We need your thoughts. We need you to look at it and go, that's really cool, but what about this? Did you think about that? Or whatever. So we have a survey that you can take. You can find it on our website. Definitely would appreciate your input. That's why the standards are so great, is because they're made up of educators from all around the world that know what you're talking about, and it makes a difference. We have this little conference that we put on every year. Happens to be the world's largest EdTech conference. This year it's in Denver, which is another reason why I'm here to tell you about it, since it's so close. So I want all of you to come. And if you can't, that's okay, but I still want all of you to come. How many of you have ever been to an ISTE conference before? That's not enough. So that's good, but that's not enough. So I'm going to show you how fun it is. It's in Denver this year. It's always the last week of June. Definitely encourage you to come. And to get much more of a flavor, we're going to show a video, but definitely would love for you to check it out. By the way, I'm kind of hanging out over those little tables over there later. If you want to come up and find out more information, ask questions, whatever, I'd definitely love to meet you. So thanks so much.